Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Isn't it strange how, just when you start to wonder if the universe has gone quiet on you, something reaches out, almost like a whisper wrapped in timing too perfect to ignore? That's this moment, right here, right now. You didn't land on this message by accident. You've been carrying a quiet kind of strength, the kind that doesn't always look powerful to the outside world, but inside, it's a force. You've been showing up, holding space, staying grounded through storms that would have shaken anyone else. And while you've done this with grace, lately, maybe you've started feeling that ache, that quiet voice deep down. Is anything I'm doing actually being seen? Is anything moving? The answer is yes, absolutely yes, but not in the loud, dramatic way you might expect. See, there's a stillness before the shift, a calm before everything changes. And it's not because nothing is happening, it's because the universe is aligning things in ways you can't yet see. It's creating paths you haven't even thought to walk yet. You are not being ignored, you are being readied. When things feel like they're being pulled away, when doors seem closed and silence weighs heavy, it's easy to assume something is wrong. But what if this is like a slingshot being drawn back? What if the pressure you're feeling is just potential, ready to be released? As certain as you are in your heart, it's normal to think you've been forgotten. But the truth is, you've been positioned, not for mediocrity, but for movement. For a kind of growth that only comes when you're ready to expand into your highest potential. Before that kind of expansion happens, you might feel like everything around you is shrinking. But you are not shrinking. Your old life is. It's losing its grip, because you're outgrowing the version of yourself that once doubted, that once waited for permission to shine. The universe doesn't rush those who are meant for greatness. It hides them while they mature, so they're not pulled into spaces their spirit isn't prepared to hold. That's you. You're not stuck. You're being sealed until the right moment. So let me remind you, what you've been feeling is not fatigue from failure. It's the stretch of transformation. You are expanding, and expansion always comes with pressure. Have you ever noticed that things seem to get hardest right before a breakthrough? Why everything feels uncertain when you're right on the edge of something new? That's no coincidence. It's the sound of your alignment reaching a new level. It's something ancient in you, your truest self, rising up, ready to meet the world. Because deep down, you know you were made for more. And the reason you feel disconnected from the world around you lately is because your soul is already moving ahead. You're catching up to the version of you that already exists in a higher place. A version of you that walks with calm confidence and clarity. And everything in your life right now is preparing you to meet them. So I'll ask you something only your soul can answer. What if the change you've been waiting for isn't something that happens to you, but something that starts with you? You see, transformation isn't always dramatic. It happens in the smallest shifts. It's in those moments when you realize you're not who you were yesterday. You're waking up to your own evolution. What better way to recognize your newfound strength than by testing it in situations that once felt overwhelming? Maybe you've noticed how you now handle challenges. Things that used to throw you off course now pass by like a breeze. Or perhaps you've had those still moments when you realize that you've become the calm, certain person you always aspired to be, without even trying. You're not being tested to break, you're being trusted with more. The weight you're carrying is not punishment, it's proof that something greater is choosing you as a vessel. And you wouldn't be chosen if you weren't already equipped. The universe has already woven greatness into the fabric of who you are. You don't need to earn it. You don't have to prove yourself. You simply need to remember. That inner knowing you've been ignoring, that pull to rise higher, to break old patterns, it's not just a feeling, it's activation. The universe is speaking to the very core of you, calling you to align with the life that's already waiting for you. And here's the thing, it doesn't require grand gestures or loud declarations. All it takes is the first step, quiet, small and steady, like a seed being planted in the soil. From there, the universe does the rest. You're not required to force or rush, just align, and watch how everything begins to shift toward you. The truth is, much of what you've been waiting for is already yours. But the universe responds to the energy of alignment, not urgency or lack. And when you begin living like it's already done, that's when things start unfolding. And I know that can sound strange when your physical reality still looks the same. The bills, the closed doors, but that's the paradox of true manifestation. Things shift inside you before they shift in the world around you. You don't wait for proof to believe. You believe, and then the proof rushes in. Imagine this, your name being spoken in rooms you haven't even entered yet. Opportunities coming your way, not because you begged for them, but because your energy has become unmistakable. Because you tapped into something deeper than logic. You aligned with a version of yourself that walks in power and peace. And that version, they magnetize miracles. The universe doesn't need a spotlight to move. In fact, the most sacred work happens in the quiet. Internal shifts that no one else can see, but you feel it, you know it. And the moment you stop negotiating with your past is the moment your future speeds up. There's a timeline where everything that once hurt you now makes sense, where every delay becomes part of the design. But to reach it, you've got to release the version of yourself that still sees life through fear, lack, and doubt. You've been through too much to stay where you started. There's a knowing in you now, a sharp instinct. You notice things quicker. You let go faster. You no longer chase, because you understand that what's meant for you won't have to be forced. That's growth. That's elevation. And that's why your blessings are shifting from someday to sooner than you think. There's a spiritual law not often talked about. When you align, you don't chase things. They come to you. The right people, the right timing, the clarity. It moves toward you because you've become a vibrational match for it. You became ready. It's like something clicks inside your energy. You're no longer broadcasting lack. You're sitting in your center, grounded, calm. And from that place, life bends in your favor. The universe has always wanted to pour into you. It has always wanted to multiply through you. But if your hands are full of past pain, there's no room to receive. So maybe this is the moment you let go. You exhale. You drop the story that says you're behind, that you've missed your chance, that you need to prove something. You are stepping into a version of yourself that will scare your past. Not because you're changing into someone else, but because you're finally becoming who you were always meant to be. Bold, focused, radiant. And your past identity will try to pull you back with doubt, fear, and what-ifs. But you're no longer letting it hold you. You're not playing small to keep others comfortable. You're no longer dimming your light to make others feel secure. No, you're rising. And yes, it may feel lonely at times. Growth can be isolating. But that's only because you're shedding distractions. You're clearing the space for real connections, divine connections to enter. You are no longer available for half energy, lukewarm vision, or delayed dreams. The universe has heard the call you didn't even realize you made, and now everything is being rerouted for your highest good. From this moment on, You walk like the blessing is already en route. You speak like the door is already open. You live like you are the evidence of what alignment looks like. This is not just your comeback. This is your awakening. And as you rise, you're not just healing for yourself. You're unlocking something that ripples through generations. When someone like you breaks free, it sends a vibration so loud it wakes up the ones still sleeping in silence. So let the world feel your energy shift. Let it feel your peace, your presence, your rise. Because you, my dear friend, are no longer waiting. You are becoming, and it's already yours. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.